Wait till you guys see the layout, huh? You see it yet?
We see.
Oh.
We got two layouts.
On the freaking scoreboard.
Yeah, look, I got another one. Boom. There we are. We're gonna rotate, just like a movie. Right?
Oh.
Speaking of movies,
That's awesome.
yeah. So what the hell happened with this film?
Somebody made a fucking film, and I don't know. I guess they tried to make a LeBron like biopic, and they put the Looney Tunes in it. I don't know.
Well, they made an HBO Max like commercial, basically.
We're gonna get into that. Jesus is the one that actually brought that to my attention.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I was like, man,
Yeah.
what the hell is going on here? And then he's like, yep, it was a commercial. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
And I was like, why the hell is Pennywise in this movie? Like,
Pennywise, Game of Thrones references.
Why
Yeah,
was
like,
Burgess Meredith's fucking penguin talking to the mask?
yeah, that was weird.
Like they were like good friends. And then they show a bootleg version of Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze, like
Yeah.
more than the entire cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like you said, I was actually surprised that Freddie and Jason weren't in.
Well, we got Jesus is in the chat room, the man of the hour over here. Like, he's been waiting for this. I still got more. I put Mortal Kombat back on my hard drive today, so I'm going to be watching that at some point, maybe tonight. And then we'll get angry and talk about that.
Let's watch it live on Discord.
Yes, I could be hunched over just so you can see it. Yeah, we'll work it out. Maybe me and you will watch it together, but it's just... What's going on here with this? So, we're here to talk about Space Jam 2, or Space Jam A New Legacy, more like a new ass. Okay?
Basically.
Because this is just... I don't even count this as a Space Jam movie. There's only one Space Jam, okay? That was 96 and it's over.
I'm just glad that, Hollywood is scared of, like, numbering movies now. So, I mean, it's technically...
We don't need this to be called Space Jam 2. This needs to never be referenced ever again, this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because Space Jam is like a movie within it, and then it's not. And then it's like, what the fuck?
Man, I've watched this thing, and I'm like... Now, going into it, I was like, oh, I can't wait. It's Space Jam 2. I've been waiting forever. I've been waiting almost 30 years for this stupid movie to come out.
Yeah.
25. Exactly.
I bought the controllers. Like, hey, you got one?
Yeah.
We got two?
Yeah.
You got three? You got one that I gave to Ludwin? You got four?
Yeah. You got all the ones that got ran over?
They got ran over.
That's it right here. This one. This one got run over. 6. 7. And then there's 3 more of these in the living room. So it's 8, 9, 10 fucking controllers right here. And he's got one that I gave him. So I had 11 controllers. And I bought Space Jam on 4K the other day. That's in the other room because we watched it. So anybody that tells me I'm shitting on Space Jam because I don't like Space Jam, you're wrong.
Yeah, just not this one.
How much money is this? This is a crazy amount of money right here.
Yeah.
Did they have like LeBron just scream once and then they like recycled it?
This guy falls 75,000 feet and goes, ah!
Yeah, what the hell is that?
They're like, hey, scream in the mic. Oh. You know what? LeBron James reminds me of Randy Orton. They're like the same guy. They're like the same guy. They really are the same guy.
Even Michael Jordan screamed louder.
They should reboot Step Brothers with Randy Orton and LeBron James.
Oh shit!
Call it Step Brothers, boringly living boringly, or
living boringly,
whatever. Because they're both boring guys. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even remember the beginning of this movie. What the fuck happened? So here's Space Jam: A New Legacy. Okay.
Yeah.
We all went into this movie the other night. Everybody. We were all in the group chat. We got a group chat going. I watched it first. I think Jeff watched it second. I don't know when you watched it, Eli. And then Jesus watched it. And in this fucking chat room, you see all capital letters. What the fuck? What the hell's going on? Why'd they do this? Why did they do that? We're all screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
Now, going into this, I saw the trailers and everything. I was like, this looks pretty good. I like the promotion,
Yeah.
the marketing material, the game. They gave you a free game on Xbox, which I beat. And I thought, all right, the game's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then we get to the film, and I'm like, okay, let's do it.
All right.
The first 35 minutes, I'm ready to fucking just shut the TV off.
Yeah.
I've never walked out of a movie because I always felt like if I pay for a movie, I'm going to sit there and watch the whole thing.
Right.
Even if it's bad, I'm going to watch the whole thing this way I can criticize it later. Watching the first 35 minutes of this, I turn around to my wife. I'm like, if I was in the theaters, I'd walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And LeBron is so bad in that because, like, even when his wife was like, "Oh, like we're actually having like spaghetti tonight," he's like, "Ooh, my favorite." I was like, "What the hell?"
Like, what spaghetti? He's like remember the Campbell's Chunky commercials? How bad the guy used to be that.
Look, okay, so I don't watch basketball or anything,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna hit on this guy or hit on the guy. I'm not gonna shit on the guy. I don't know anything about him. LeBron James. I know he goes from team to team. People get pissed off.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, as a human being, I think he's misunderstood from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to shit on the guy personally, but let's talk about him in the movie. Look, the guy can't act, but you think if you're going to put him in one of the biggest movies of the year,
Yeah.
get this guy some fucking acting lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He falls down a hole through 75,000 feet, and he's like, "Oh." I'd be screaming like Homer Simpson infinitely if I was falling from fucking.
Yeah, I know. Like,
If infinitely is even a word. Infinity.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
He's falling into infinity.
I'd be screaming like Homer Simpson. Like you that's all you hear out of my mouth. Ah, ah. I would be like, oh. So the story go ahead.
I didn't think his acting was like. He wasn't fucking, Brad Pitt and all these other fucking, actors like doing a great job. In some scenes,
He didn't need to be.
He was good in some scenes, but in other scenes, there were things he could have did better.
I think towards the end, he started getting his groove a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're talking at the end of the movie. I
Right.
had to go through almost 40 minutes of this guy going, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What you got over there? You got a game?
Yeah.
Oh!"
Mm.
Like, the director comes off to me like, "Hey, we got LeBron James. We got to do whatever we can to kiss his ass." You should be like, "Yo, cut, LeBron. What the fuck are you doing? Act like you're really talking to your kid." Oh, oh. Like no, cut.
Yeah, he acted like he
He acted
actually
like
really
he didn't give
know
a
what
fuck.
he's
Like he
doing.
was standing on a long ass line, waiting for.
He's like, "You already paid me for this movie, so I'm just gonna act how I want."
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, that's a Game Boy. Oh, all right."
Yo, imagine if they went into Warner Brothers world and they saw Batman's parents get killed. He'd be like, "Oh snap!" You know what I mean? Like,
What?
That's how I
They're
feel
dead?
like he'd react. You're like, what? Really? I love how in the beginning he shows him, he gives him the Game Boy. He's like, "Oh, it's the new Game Boy Color," and he gives him an original Game Boy, and it's obviously not the Game Boy Color. It's like, really, you couldn't go like down the street. And
What
find
was
the Game
funny
Boy
is he was
Color.
playing Crazy Castle, which I have on NES though from back in the day.
Oh,
I still
yeah.
have my original copy of that game. That game sucks. Played that game for hours. The game doesn't end.
Yeah,
And it's
Wow,
pointless.
really?
Birthday Blowout was the second game, and that was way better.
I think that was the one I played.
He
but
was
yeah.
playing that game, and the coach is like, "Throw that trash away." And I was like, "Yes, that game is trash. Good on the coach."
Coach
The
saw the
story
future.
here is that he loved games, and they're telling him play basketball. You can't play games. He throws the Game Boy in the trash, and that's it.
Yeah.
Then they show the intro, and they don't play the song, the Space Jam song. Which I get the song is 30 years old, but you know what? It's Space Jam. Play the song.
They made a remix,
Yeah,
and
it
they
made
play
no
it at
sense.
like
Yeah.
the end of the movie for like 2 seconds.
I didn't even, dude. The minute the credits hit, I turned that shit off. I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over. I wouldn't even watch this movie on a rerun.
Yeah.
If this shit's on TV, I'm flipping the channel. Now,
Yeah.
if the other one's on TV, there's a chance I'm going to leave it on.
Right.
So the story is he wasn't able to do what he wanted, and now his son is in the position that he was in, but the son wants to do games, and he's like, nobody's got time for games. Do basketball like me.
Yeah.
So it's like going in the reverse order. It's like what happened to him. That's the story, and it's kind of lazy, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's a story nonetheless. And all you people out there that say, "Ooh, well, this movie's for kids," go fuck off.
Yeah.
Tell me how many kids can name all the guys that they were referencing in this film.
Yeah.
Right.
Please, get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Making 20-year-old references. These kids don't know what the hell any half that shit.
30-year-old references.
Yeah.
The
That was
90s
ridiculous.
The
Yeah.
90s was 30 years ago, my man. We're almost headed
Well,
there.
Yeah.
Like Austin Powers. Who the fuck? What kid is gonna know who the hell Austin Powers is?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the kid's developing a game. The kid wants to go to E3, and he's like, "We're going to E3." Then this guy's talking about meatballs. The ball hits him in the fucking head, and then he's fucking going to sleep with his wife in the fucking penthouse.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? What? I don't even know how the hell he meets Bugs Bunny. I totally forgot. Like, this movie is so forgettable. And I'm not
Yeah.
joking here. I totally don't even remember any of it.
Like literally, I think they just like
Mm.
for some reason they go to the Warner Brothers studio, and it's like they're proposing him like they're gonna do like a bunch of shows with
Okay.
him.
And Jeff made a funny joke over the phone when we were messaging.
Yeah.
What was it, Don Cheadle?
Oh yeah.
He plays the server. And by the way, they referenced Space Jam as a fucking movie for Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, so that first movie doesn't count.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Like, okay, example, in Halloween H2O, they show Scream, the girls watching Scream 2.
Yeah.
Which fucks up the universe because in Scream 1, they show Halloween on TV.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So they show the poster of Space Jam as one of their catalog of movies on the server. So you're thinking, okay, this is not a sequel at all because they're referencing it as it's a movie.
Yeah.
Then Don Cheadle wants this guy in the server, and he has a session with this guy, and it's like, and Jeff was like, "What? Why is he obsessed with him?" And we were like, "Because he wants him on the Pornhub servers."
Yeah.
We still don't. I don't know. Do you guys know why the hell he was obsessed with LeBron
Like
James?
the intro to the villain is so like it just made
Yeah.
no sense. Like the first movie started off with the villain, you know, why the villain has these motives, why he's trying to, you know,
Right.
why he's getting these
Do you
people
still
together.
know what he was trying to do? Because I don't.
I didn't.
No.
I'm like trying to figure out like, okay, why the hell does he want like LeBron James for? He's talking about like recognition, how he doesn't get the
Yeah.
credit he deserves. It's like, dude, you're a computer program. Like,
And at one point he was
Why
like,
you
"Come to
fucking
me,
care?"
LeBron." Like what?
it was weird. Like, it made no sense
Yeah.
at all.
Do you guys remember the rest of the movie? Because I really don't. I know Bugs Bunny is alone.
Well,
in
I actually do
So-
remember. They
So the
actually
si-
did mess up like because Bugs Bunny usually is Superman, and usually like Daffy Duck was Batman, but they flipped it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
flipped it because they're stupid.
And
It's the old McDonald's toys that you're talking about over there.
so,
Anyway,
Yeah, they, I don't know.
go ahead.
They
No.
like, you know, he's flying through all the different worlds. I like the part where he's like, I'm a Harry Potter, whatever. He's like all excited and stuff. He's got the school uniform on. It's like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
know.
Jesus in here. He likes Don Cheadle, but he had no identifiable purpose.
yeah,
Really, he didn't.
We got DJ in here.
Yeah, it
She
was
fell asleep
horrible.
on it.
Like he's flying through all the worlds, and the way he's flying through everything, and like it's product placement, like Jesus was saying in the chat. Like he falls, and when he finally gets to the Looney Tunes world, he falls in the ground and he makes the shape of the Nike symbol. It's like
Made a mistake. DJ, he fell asleep on it. There you go. Made a
Yeah.
mistake before. I apologize for that. I don't know, man. I'm
was
watching
weird.
this movie for the first 35 minutes, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this is just pointless shit.
Yeah.
And then, so the server guy beams them into the serververse, which is a stupid name for it. And what they challenge each other to a basketball game for what? So
Yeah,
that
like
he
it-
could keep them there?
Yeah.
And he wants to make LeBron his slave. And I'm like, that's not what he fucking said in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, this is just bad. The whole thing was just bad. And
Yeah,
then
and
there's a scene where Don Cheadle steals the kid, and LeBron goes in the most unconvincing tone, "You better produce my son, or I'm going to call the proper authorities."
Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck talks like that?
Yeah, man.
Get out of here with
LeBron.
that. This is why you gotta say to LeBron, you know what, here's the line, but say it the way you would say it.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
don't curse.
Yeah.
Like,
And he
Space
said it like
Jam
he didn't
was
give a
like-
shit.
Yeah.
He said it like they ran out of fucking beer at the grocery store.
right.
Well, I'll call the proper authority.
I just don't. Again, the setup for the villain, there just was none. Like you had the freaking 3 little lizard or cockroaches, whatever the hell they were.
There were
They were
aliens,
running.
and
the
there were like
aliens.
5 of them.
Yeah, they showed up. They actually, they make little pop-ups here and there.
They were,
but-
the orange one sounds like Seth Rollins because I watched it the other day. Hey, Mister
But,
Bunny, we don't want to go back, and I'm like, wow, that's Seth Rollins. They gave him fucking helium.
But,
Fuck Seth Rollins,
yeah.
by the way.
Why didn't they bring them back to play on the fucking team? Like, what's like?
I don't know, because that would require writing for this fucking movie. They showed them twice, by the way.
Yeah, they showed them 2 times.
They showed the Animaniacs. Carlos pre-ordered the Stream Deck. You did? How? They go on sale tomorrow.
He got him all.
Maybe he got it the other day. I don't know.
I think he paid $5,000 on eBay. Anyway, so can you explain this film? Because I totally forgot.
Like, so
I
where
saw
where
this
we
movie
leaving
yesterday,
off?
by the way. and
So
I forgot
he's
about
trying
it.
he's like trying to get all the Looney Tunes together, and they're all in like different worlds. Like for some reason Daffy Duck is in Superman's world. I really don't know why.
He's in Metropolis.
DC. Yeah, he's in like Metropolis pretending to be
Him-
Superman.
Him and
That
Porky.
scene-
Him and Porky are trying to like
Fake a
fake a robbery or something, so he could try to
Yeah.
catch him on camera or something.
like a train heist or
Yeah.
something. And Superman actually comes and like stops the train and everything and like beats not Porky Pig, Daffy Duck's ass. So that scene was kind of funny to me. Like it was pretty funny type of scene.
My wife laughed at that scene real quick.
So it was funny, but like that's not to say there weren't funny scenes. Like certain scenes in the movie were funny, but they just weren't like they're like haha, real quick, funny.
Yeah, and it was like very minimal of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lola Bunny is like fucking trying to become an Amazon for some reason.
Yeah. that
Teaming
was
up with
weird.
Wonder Woman. Oh yeah, they fucking totally freaking GTA Marvin the Martian. They freaking steal
Yeah,
a spaceship.
what was that all about? Like he was the referee in the first film. Now he's like a piece of shit character in this movie.
They like
Yeah.
freaking like throw him to the side like every time. They keep landing the ship on top of him and everything. And it was like, come on, like that's it.
LeBron was like, "You're Marvin the Martian." I was like, "You don't know who that is. Come on."
I remember
Watch
when
the
they
Looney
like
Tunes.
did the Batman part. He was just like, "I'm Robin." What the hell?
Yeah. What else? What other worlds do they fly to? Where was fucking? Oh yeah, the Austin Powers world. Freaking Sylvester
Yeah.
was fucking Doctor Evil's cat, and Mini Me was
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
I'm only laughing at his name because
Like this is
that's
the
a funny
most.
name.
It's funny, but it's literally the most laziest crap ever. Like they're just taking the scenes from the movies and then putting like the Looney Tunes.
It's not
in it.
Space Jam.
It's not like
I
they
don't even,
literally.
this thing didn't even take place in space.
Yeah, it
This
doesn't.
shit took place on the Toon universe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it took. Yeah, it took
They
place
weren't even
on
fighting
like Looney
space
Tunes.
aliens. They were fighting the server.
Yeah.
They were fighting
Yeah.
the characters from the kids' video game.
Yeah, that's all.
And they came out of fucking nowhere. They were just like they briefly touch on it, where it's like, oh, he
This
gets
movie
these
should have been called
players.
Game Jam, not Space
Yeah.
Jam.
Honestly,
What? Because I hijacked Marvin's ship. It was Space Jam.
They weren't even in space. They were in the fucking server.
I know. That was the whole thing. Like, hey, if you lose the game, you're stuck. You can't get out of the server, and then I get to delete you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're
By the
throwing
way,
the points kept going up to like 1,000. Like one shot was like 1,000. They're like, well, it's style points. It's like, come on, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Because that was the way the kids set up the game.
Why?
Like,
Yeah, but what? Can I ask you
know,
something? If the kids
right.
set the game up like that, why did they recruit actual basketball players for their team?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they didn't even
It was
like
pointless.
the movie. Like the original movie, you know, you had Charles Barkley, you had Pat Ewing, you had
Hell yeah.
all these fucking guys in that movie.
All those guys were megastars at the time.
And the story was they were stealing the
The guy
freaking
from
their
NBA
talent.
2K20 was in the fucking movie.
Yeah, like the story was they were stealing
I was like,
their
that
fucking
guy?
they're basically their basketball talent so the fucking aliens could play basketball better
Right.
and beat fucking Jordan or whatever. in
I
basketball.
literally saw that guy in the movie and said, that's the guy from NBA 2K20.
This, it's like the kid made a game and now the AI, I don't know, I guess it went crazy and now the AI is trying to steal the IP for his game or whatever. Like I don't get it. And you briefly see some other players, you know, and they explain that the enemy team is based on those players, but they're not really those players. So it's like it's fucking stupid.
And then the characters, they reference the first movie, then they don't reference the first movie, then they don't know how to play basketball again, and then they act like they've never played basketball in the first place. It's like
But they're wearing the jerseys from the first movie for like the first like
yeah, and by the way,
fucking
they
minutes.
didn't even draw those like properly. They drew them like a little piece of shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you anymore about these movies.
By the way, for those that don't know, the security guard that was messing with freaking LeBron's manager or whatever, that's Lamar from freaking GTA 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
That's
know.
also. I thought the Animaniacs were gonna fucking pull that guy's pants down at some point.
Yeah.
Those fans.
What the hell? Like that could have been a thing.
They were there. They were sitting on top
Yeah.
of Marvin's ship. They're right there, actually, on the. If you're looking at the, obviously, if you're watching this, you're looking at the screen. They're on top of the ship right there.
I liked all the cameos in the background. Like you see Jabberjaw and fucking Yogi Bear and
Here's
all
what
those
I didn't
guys.
like about the cameos. You literally have fucking characters that nobody really knows, or like
Right.
third background characters in films
Fucking
from
Space
Warner
Ghost.
Brothers. Yeah. You don't put the fucking pop culture guys in the front row.
Yeah.
They said you put the mask. I saw fucking 3 different Jokers. I saw 3 different Penguins. Or 2
Fucking
different
Batman
Penguins.
66 is standing next
Batman,
to fucking
yeah,
Tim Burton.
Adam West is there. Fucking Robin is over there. I mean, Jesus Christ. At least, and everyone else is blurred out because they want you to see the silhouettes, but they don't want you to see the characters. You got fucking Elroy, Judy, and Rosie. Then you got fucking George and fucking his wife over there.
Flintstones.
The Flintstones
fucking
were there
running
doing
around.
nothing. That big fucking blue ass shark is there doing nothing.
Yeah, Jabberjaw.
You got fucking King Kong shows up, and they made the reference to what's it called, Training Day,
Yeah.
and then they showed King Kong get mad at him. It's like because that's another Warner Brothers film.
Yeah.
They had Granny do the Matrix she did it twice. Remember the old Matrix reference that every
Yeah.
movie ripped off in the 2000s?
Yeah.
They're trying to bring that shit back, and I'm like, no. It's like this movie's
Oh.
making up for lost time.
Right.
But
You
Jesus
can't,
pointed
you
it
know?
out later on. He said, "Hey, it's just a big commercial for HBO Max," and I'm like, "Son of a
It
bitch,
is.
he's right."
I mean,
I didn't think of
hey,
it
look at
like
all these
that.
cameos. You can watch all their shows on fucking HBO Max.
I know. That's why they showed you all the movie clips because they want you to be like, "Oh, Austin Powers, I remember that. How can I watch that? Oh yeah, HBO Max has Austin Powers. Okay."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apparently,
So
Godzilla had prior
freaking-
engagement. I don't think he's owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, he's owned by Toho, and he's like completely different. Like
Freddie
thing.
and Jason, where were they? Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
they had
owned-
fucking
Warner Brothers
Yeah.
owns the international rights of Freddy Krueger because it reverted back to the Craven family, the localization rights, but
Mhm.
the worldwide rights of Freddy Krueger belong to Warner Brothers still.
Yeah.
Jason, there's that lawsuit, but yeah, still they can throw him in there somehow.
yeah. They had it. Fucking what's his name?
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Pennywise is in it.
Stand next to fucking Mr. Freeze. Like,
The bootleg Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yo, he looked like the guy that plays Death from Bill and Ted.
yeah,
They're just like, hey, yo, can you dress up like Mr. Freeze for us?
he's in the robe and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you saw Catwoman for a little bit. Michelle Pfeiffer's.
You saw both Catwomen. You saw the
Yeah,
66
the
Catwoman.
66
and
one. We're standing right next to each other.
Wow.
You like barely like the cameos. You barely see. Like literally, you have to be actively trying to look for them.
I
in order to
miss
see
the
them.
fucking Monstars, those little bug guys who become the
Yeah.
Monstars in the original movie. Because I turned around for a second and they were on the screen. Then I rewound it and I saw them. And then later on, towards the end of the movie, they show up again.
Hmm.
For
They're in the
2 seconds.
freaking Teen Titans fucking movie more than they are in the freaking this thing.
Why didn't they turn into the
Mhm.
Monstars?
I don't know.
Like bring them in somehow. Like have them join the fucking Toon Squad and help them or something, or help the other team, or do something. Like have them do something other than like, hey, here we are.
They literally took that like art cell from the first film and just fucking put it on the screen in this movie.
Yeah.
You could tell the art cell wasn't even like cleaned up either.
Yeah, no, like that's why it was so quick. Like they literally, you blink and you miss them. Like if you don't,
I did blink and miss them. I turned around and they weren't
Yeah,
there. I
like,
said,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
they
they
turned
were.
around. Hey, you missed those guys. I was like, what guys? What are you talking about?
see freaking what do they call humanoids and humanoids? What was that
I don't know.
cartoon
Look, if
called?
you're gonna hire this guy
Herculoids.
LeBron James for fucking $500 million. By the way, this movie had a budget of $150 million. You ain't
Really?
making that shit
Wow.
back, buddy. I don't care if it was on HBO Max. You ain't making that shit back.
Yeah.
On social media, on Twitter, all the Space Jam ads by HBO Plus or HBO Max. What? There's so many of these fucking things. HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
They turned off comments. Only HBO Max can reply to its own comments on the ads. So you won't see
Wow.
any comments on the HBO Max Space Jam ads because they
Wow.
I really wish.
they know.
I wish they would have made like an NBA Jam reference in this thing. I mean,
NBA Jam the movie. How's that gonna work?
just make like an NBA Jam type of reference or something. Like LeBron does a thing and then he goes on fire and freaking they say something. Just to throw that in there. I mean, it's based on a game. And do something
And
with
then
it.
the biggest travesty in this film. They go, Michael Jordan. I found Michael Jordan.
Oh my God.
They
Yeah.
play the freaking Ricky the Dragon Steamboat music.
And you're thinking,
Yeah.
okay, this guy's gonna come and help LeBron,
Right.
the two greatest players of all time, as of right now.
Yeah. They're gonna team up. Yeah.
They're gonna team up and they're gonna take out the Goon Squad. No, they bring Michael B. Jordan, the fucking actor, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I don't even know why I'm here," and he walks off, and I'm like, "Yo, you just shit on that first movie. Now, you made Michael Jordan look bad because you made it look like he no-showed.
Yeah.
They pretty much took a dig at Michael Jordan.
Yeah. That was fucked up.
It is fucked up because they kind of just pissed on the first movie doing that.
Right.
Because now imagine people in the theater be like, yeah, it's fucking Michael Jordan. He's coming back.
That would have redeemed the whole movie, to be
Can you
honest.
imagine that movie theater when the other guy came out? Be like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? I'm sure somebody got up and screamed that.
Yeah, like, we got Michael B. Jordan. Like,
Ooh,
wow.
it's a kids movie. Nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's what they said on Twitter. Like, what the fuck?
It's a kids movie, my ass.
The kids movie. Yeah,
It's
how
a
many
movie-
other
it's a
movie for
movies
kids,
people
but-
get mad?
If you can get a kid to name all those fucking characters that were on screen, I bet you can't even name half of them.
Do
I bet
kids
you kids
even
can't
know
I bet you kids can't even name the Looney Tunes.
exactly?
Yeah. Yeah, those cartoons weren't around for them, so it's like,
They probably only know the Flintstones from the fucking Fruity Pebbles boxes. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, that's it.
it's the Fruity Pebbles.
I probably think Fred Flintstone's name is Fruity Pebbles.
Pretty pep.
Oh man. Don't use any of those people. That fucking Herculoids are in the background. Space Ghost is there. Like, come on. Like, people weren't even like alive.
Well,
This was bad.
It was.
The story was bad. The whole thing was bad. The father's trying to tell
Where's Captain Caveman? Why didn't they get Captain Caveman to do a slam dunk or something?
because he died. So
Yeah, he's right. He did that. He exploded.
he died in the fucking Batman vs Superman movie.
Batman, Superman. That's when he died.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you anymore about these movies.
Yeah.
This was used to promote HBO Max.
Horrible job at it, by the way.
Terrible.
They did a bad job at everything, so there you go.
I still can't get over that they called a Game Boy Color. When it was,
Did they really call it Game Boy Color?
they called it. He was like, "Look, it's the new color Game Boy," and he gives him the regular. You give him the Game Boy. It's like that's not the cut Game Boy.
Yeah, and I
Color.
like how the cartridge had like a blue piece of tape on it, but
Yeah.
they still
Yeah.
showed Crazy Castle.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute here. I know Kemco is probably not even a business anymore. You
Yeah.
really couldn't just. You're Warner Brothers. You couldn't get the rights to the fucking Kemco cartridge and show the goddamn.
Couldn't just
That
get a
just goes
bootleg
to show you.
cartridge.
$150 million. They couldn't pay a company like 10 grand.
Yeah.
It just
Even
fucking
if they even would have wanted that, they probably would have wanted less.
right. I don't know what they were.
Even
thinking.
if you didn't get permission to use the cover, to pay afterwards after you got in trouble, be nothing. Pay it.
Yeah.
The budget went into all the CGing they had to do to make all those fucking characters. Like, that's where the budget went.
And then the rap thing, I didn't have a problem with the rap thing. Apparently, everyone else did.
I really didn't. I
I
just
like
thought it
Porky
was like.
Pig. I thought it was funny, but while they're doing the rap and everything, LeBron just in the background going like,
doing shit.
and I'm like, you really filmed this guy behind a green screen doing for like 25 fucking minutes. I don't know. I thought the first movie was way more believable, and people, a lot of people hate the first movie for some reason. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Jordan was trash in that movie. Hey, Michael Jordan knows how to fucking act.
Yeah.
At least he could scream.
Yeah, remember
It's like
they
he's-
folded him into a ball. He's like, oh, 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 oh.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy
he
falls
actually
through a
moved.
fucking a wormhole. He's like, oh.
That's fine, LeBron. Let's do it. Just put in the movie.
Have you ever seen old ass Looney Tune cartoons
Yeah.
Yeah.
where the fucking dog fucking spanks the fucking chicken or whatever the fuck it is, or the chicken spanks the dog with the paddle?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
goes, ow! They fucking keep screaming. Watch the old
I
Looney
love-
Tune cartoons. They fucking running around screaming like maniacs, like somebody's
I
been
love how,
killed.
like, Foghorn Leghorn just shows up. He's like on a dragon because he was in the Game of Thrones world.
Oh yeah.
Like, why? They would have killed him and ate him over there.
I just finished watching it with my family. That was rough. Come on here, jump on. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Jump on. Let's talk about it.
We need a woman's perspective. I mean, I'm sorry. A man's perspective. My God, I don't even know what to call that film.
I don't know.
Game Jam, like you said.
And the father's telling the kid the whole movie, hey, they're manipulating you. And the kid's like, oh no, I'm having fun. And I'm like, you realize this guy is like making your dad look like shit?
Right.
I don't know. Then they do the thing, and then they do the thing with the Matrix again, and just none of this stuff is memorable. I saw this movie 1 day ago, 24 hours ago, and I can't even tell you what half the shit that happened.
It takes like an hour.
You would think I'm just sitting here making this shit up.
Yeah.
It takes an hour for them to get to the Looney Tunes, and you barely even see anything of them.
Yeah.
There's a huge issue with the ending. Tool, mistake, game bugs. Yeah, that was the whole thing too. Come on, get on here. Jump in the closet. Come on, turn it on.
Jump in the closet.
His computer's in the closet. You didn't know that?
No.
Where he streams is a closet the size of a coffin.
Oh, really?
If he
Wow.
lays like this, he's like against the wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, he streams in a small ass room.
Yeah.
That's the dedication
Yeah.
he's got. He dedicates a whole friggin' little room for these shows. But yeah, let's talk about that ending, right? Where Bugs Bunny dies,
Yeah, they really killed him.
and then his soul goes to heaven. And then the fucking movie starts, and then there's E3 camp. I didn't know E3 had a camp. I thought that was called Full Sail University, where you go to college and make games.
I know they have like stuff like that where they do like gaming camps for kids where they like develop gaming and games and stuff. And I guess, you know, it could be a real thing, but it's like,
I thought this kid was making 10 games in his fucking room in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And by the way, his whole setup, by the way, this setup has no wires, okay? That kid, he's LeBron James' son. Okay?
like 50 screens.
He had a bunch of screens, wires all over the fucking place. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
If this was LeBron James' house in real life, those cables would be in the wall, run out. Everything would be nice and neat.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Right.
Just bad. I don't know, man. I give this negative 1 million out of negative 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah, they just
Negative 1 million out of 1.
Because you got me on this one. You motherfuckers out there in Space Jam. Warner Brothers got me.
Yeah. Yeah, because that promo didn't look so bad. And then
I bought the movie on 4K, the first one. The only one, I
Yeah.
guess, right? Let's just pretend this one didn't happen.
yeah.
The game, the final game, man, in this movie. You just cheat during the movie. Why did you have
froze.
the game? You should have said,
It
you know what?
froze.
I got you in the serververse. You can't go home.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then LeBron could be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And then that would be it. The end of the movie.
I don't care what the cheat code thing was.
Yeah, where did that come from?
It was like one. It was so the villain could get like the upper hand because you know they always got to do that towards the end where
Yeah.
the villain somehow gets the upper hand. It's like, really, this is what we do now.
And he started freaking out. He's like, "You're cheating!" I was like, "Oh no!"
You get the Superman fucking 2 ending. He gets caught in the fucking poster.
Yeah.
Fucking flies away. Or whatever.
And then they had the light bulb from Kmart. Remember the light bulb that saves you money at Kmart? The light bulb special?
Yeah.
He was the referee, and he was with this guy, Don Cheadle. And he's like, oh, at least I'm a photo, and then the thing runs right through it and fucking rips it up in pieces, and he's
Wow.
dead. That's how you get rid of the villain?
Yeah, the villain doesn't get redemption. Shit.
No, in the first movie, the Monstars fucking beat the shit out of that guy, Danny DeVito, and they fucking sent
Yeah.
him packing.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
They got their revenge on him because they realized, hey, you know what? We don't even have to play basketball. We can just beat the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah.
First movie was like a classic. That movie
Yeah.
should win a fucking. They should give Michael Jordan a fucking Oscar after this
Yeah.
shit. The
Yeah.
Academy should call him up, and be like, "Yo, MJ, we fucking owe you an Oscar from almost 30 years ago. Will you come get it?
That making me feel old. It was like 25 years ago.
Whatever."
But yeah, the first movie had a clear plot. Regardless of what you think of Michael Jordan or any of that, the movie had a clear plot. They had a point A and a point B, and they knew everything in between how they were going to get there.
Yeah, this movie was all over the place.
This
Yeah.
movie was 100% freaking LeBron and like 200% product placement for freaking
Right.
HBO and Nike and E3 and all these fucking different things.
E3, I thought E3 was dead.
What happened? They got a game camp now.
Sony's not there, right?
E3 camp.
X East camp.
Yo. Fuck this movie.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm not the type of guy that will tell people don't watch this film.
Yeah.
Oh, you should go out and watch this film and form your own opinion.
Yeah, just to see what it is.
I'll never tell anybody not to play a game and
Right.
not to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Because you got to watch. You might like that game. You might like this movie. That's up to you.
Right.
But I will say, if you haven't seen this film yet, number one, I don't know why you're watching because there's spoilers in the title. Because God forbid I didn't fucking I didn't put that in the title. Then people would come here and get all angry. People are gonna get angry anyway because I'm screaming and yelling.
You know people can't read.
We'll talk about the ending. I thought he was going to jump on here, but I guess not. We'll talk about the ending real quick. He said over here. There's a huge. Well, I would say before I have to go back and forth over here. Watch the movie, play the games.
Yeah.
I'll never tell anybody not to watch a movie or not to play games. I would just say, listen. My opinion is this fucking movie sucks.
Right.
You watch it, you form your own opinion. You let me know. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Yeah.
Leah Bo is here. He says trash. Frank says there's a huge issue with the ending. The tools live. I think he meant the tune. The tunes live. The tunes' lives were at stake in the game. Yet Bugs Bunny at the end was like, "Oh, I can just survive anything." So he just shit on his own movie at the end. He did the John Cena. John Cena loses the big match, and then the next night on Raw, he's like, "Oh, I guess I lost last night." Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when Triple H lost? He
That was
goes,
like every Raw.
Brock Lesnar beat him, and then the next night on Raw, he goes, "It doesn't matter. I won at WrestleMania." Yeah, but you lost last night. You won a month ago, but you lost last night. So you're shitting on this guy's win from last night. I got to refresh the chat because, Google.
It's like if Ken Shamrock lost to Tito Ortiz, like all the times he did, and was like, "Yeah, well, I won the UFC champion like 20 years ago."
But yeah, I mean, there you go with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bugs just shit on the movie at the end of the movie. Okay. And now they live with LeBron? Like, what is this, the end of Beethoven? The motherfuckers didn't live with Michael Jordan at the end of the first movie.
Yeah, why are the Looney Tunes living with
The first movie told Michael Jordan's story
Right.
with the Looney Tunes mixed into all that. Because at the end of that movie, you're to believe, okay, because he helped the Toon Squad, he found his mojo, and he went back to basketball. Ended his career.
Right. That's why he went back, yeah.
Yes, because they make fun of the baseball thing when he was doing that. They touched on all that stuff. But this is just bad.
And the music was really it was not.
Yeah, there was like no music.
Man.
The first one had like a big soundtrack.
Yeah. I don't even remember the music in this.
I still have the soundtrack from that Christmas of that year that it came out, 96.
wow.
I still got the disc that I got. There's a stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
That soundtrack is incredible. It's one of the best soundtracks of
Yeah, that was
pretty much
real
any
music
movie.
that they had. Like they even had Seal in the original one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, because Batman didn't make any
That's why I
money and
like.
he was still fucking homeless,
Yeah.
according to these 20-year-olds on YouTube. Everyone
Yeah,
walked
because
out of
the
Batman
'95
Forever.
Batman was the worst. Apparently.
According to fucking 17-year-olds on YouTube, everyone walked out of the theater at Batman Forever.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite of what happened when I was watching the fucking film.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get in. But revisionist history, Jeff. Come on. You're lying. You're on this podcast lying to me.
I guess everybody didn't have those hats and all that.
Yeah, no. Jim Carrey was never a movie star. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He was that guy that was in what was that movie with Hit Girl?
Oh yeah.
Eli?
Kick Ass too.
Kick
Kick-Ass.
Ass. He's that guy from
Yeah.
Kick Ass. Jim Carrey was never an actor before that. Did you know that? He didn't
That
make
was
any
his first
movies.
movie.
It was his first movie.
Although his first movie was that Penguin movie.
Penguin.
What was that? Oh, you remember what that movie was
Oh yeah,
called?
Mr. Penguin's Poppins or whatever. I don't know what it was.
Mr. Penguin's yeah.
I didn't even watch that shit. After
Yeah, I didn't watch that either.
After Truman Show, I haven't watched a Jim Carrey movie in like 20 years.
Wow.
And he snuck by because he was in Simon Birch uncredited.
That horror movie, 23.
Yeah, you're watching Simon Birch. All of a sudden, Jim Carrey's there, and you're like, "Why the fuck is Jim Carrey in a serious movie?"
Yeah, that was
God.
Anyway, so yeah, fuck this movie. It sucked. If you want to see it, definitely check it out, and then you
Yeah.
let me know. But yeah, this review wasn't done to deter people from seeing it. It was done as, hey, we all saw it and we didn't like it. So if anybody in the chat room has any questions, comments, we'll take those. I guess Frank doesn't have the grapefruits to come in here. But yeah, we'll take any questions or comments in the chat. And then we will pretty much wrap everything up.
Yep.
We're in overtime. So, Abbo, what didn't you like about this movie? Abbo is in the chat room right now. We have a live chat going for people watching on the...
I didn't like the remix to Pump Up the Jam, but apparently everyone else does.
Dude, that was a bad remix.
I don't even remember the songs in this at all. It was horrible.
Play like one like 90s song. I don't remember what song it was. It was like a TLC song. I don't remember.
Yeah. And a lot of these songs now, like they have like auto tune in them, and it's just garbage.
Hey, you know what? They might have used Warner Brothers songs.
Oh yeah.
The Superman song. I remember that. I mean,
Yeah, they played that in there, but
I don't know. Hey, Jesus, you got any other points that we didn't touch on? Dude, I was fucking screaming in the chat. Then he was watching it. Then he started screaming in the chat.
yeah,
By
it's all
screaming-
one by one.
By screaming, it was just caps.
yeah, it was one by one.
Everybody was like, "What is this shit?"
Yeah,
My friends didn't even like it. They were like, "Eh." We were like the Space Jam generation. We don't even fucking like it.
yeah,
It's all right.
yeah. It wasn't really Space Jam.
Dude, they
so
barely
whatever.
showed the fucking Looney Tunes to begin with.
Yeah,
So
Like an
anybody that says
afterthought.
that this was for kids, they're full of shit.
yeah, yeah. They were like, "It's for kids, not your 30-year-old ass." Like, what the hell?
Yeah, whoever said that can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, because
no.
the kids know who the fucking Herculoids are.
Yeah,
It's funny, too. Tweety and Taz were so popular in the 90s, but they were like an afterthought in this film. Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez. No one cared about him either.
yeah.
He saves Tweety at one point. And they don't even care. They
Please
canceled
voice
Pepe
actor.
Le Pew.
Sucked.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
You let fucking Bill Cosby out of prison, but you cancel Pepe Le Pew.
But they
Yeah.
let Foghorn like Leghorn though.
Yeah, he's a
Like,
big fucking racist too. That motherfucker.
come on, everybody. We all know why Foghorn Leghorn was made. Even the way he talks. That's why they gave him like fucking two. They gave him 2 lines the whole movie. Okay, you see why? Okay, but Pepe Le Pew.
He's got two fucking names.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Dude, we all know. Come on, we all know what Foghorn.
He was one of my
Leghorn is a
favorites
reference
too.
Yo, the part that I
Oh,
laughed at
man.
was when they brought the fake Michael Jordan out.
Yeah.
Fucking Elmer Fudd grabbed Sylvester and fucking was about to punch him in the face. It's like,
Oh,
yo,
shit.
that was fucking
Yeah.
funny because it's like
Yeah.
you never saw Elmer Fudd go to fucking punch fucking Sylvester the cat. This motherfucker
gonna
pulled him
punch
up
him
and
out.
was like, "Hey, you!" You know, it's like punch him.
He was
Hit
about to
him.
punch.
I got to see that fight now.
Oh god. There were funny moments with the Looney Tunes, but again, they were just so brief and like you
Yeah.
don't get to really see them.
No, because they're just cutting back and
Like-
forth between. It's like Alien vs Predator.
Yeah.
They're fighting, and then you see they're rolling around, and they're cutting the camera, then they're rolling around, and they're cutting the camera. And like, can I just see the fucking fight, please?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
The thing I liked about this movie was the cartoon segment because the animation was great. The rest was torture. You know, they filmed this movie in film, not
Oh, really?
digital.
They film cartoons in film.
Yeah, but listen to me. When I'm watching the intro of this movie, there's fucking
Yeah.
film grain on my 75-inch fucking Sony TV. And I'm like,
Oh, they
why
really-
is there
Wow.
film grain on the fucking TV?
Wow.
Because they filmed it in film. It's like, come on, man. Even J.J. Abrams did that with Star Wars. He fucked up the whole movie.
Yeah.
Where I wanted
I
to
mean,
be
I
like
get-
1977. Well, it ain't 1977, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's
It's not
2015.
even
Film that shit in
2007.
It's a sci-fi movie. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of digital. Film that shit in digital.
Right.
I can follow my iPhone 10. Then pull your fucking phone out, film Star Wars on your little phone. The budget's fucking sliced from $150 million to fucking $10.
Wow. I didn't even realize they really filmed this shit in film.
Yeah, because I'm watching it and there's grain all over it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yo, it's 2021. Get rid of the fucking cameras. Everything's digital now.
Yeah.
I know all these artsy fartsy people want the camera. That's fine. If you're filming a movie that takes place in a certain time period, cool, whatever. But don't
Yeah.
film fucking brand new movies like that shit.
Yeah.
Like if you're filming a movie that's only taking place in the 60s or something, fine, go ahead, use the grain.
Right.
But when you're
Put it
filming
black
a
and white,
movie, a
whatever.
new movie, don't do that shit.
Right.
Stupid.
Popping in all the movies. Like they don't even really explain why the Looney Tunes leave the Looney Tunes world. It's just like, hey, the guy came and he was like, yeah, you want to go over here? And they all fucking just left. Fucking Bugs Bunny high and dry.
Yeah, so he hasn't been in cartoons for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Is that what they're trying to say? Because his kids were watching Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Weren't they watching Looney Tunes? Or am I thinking of the first movie? I'm thinking of
The first movie they're watching like Looney Tunes. They're like,
Right.
"Oh,
And Porky goes, stop the movie. Or stop the show
Mhm.
or whatever. Okay, I'm thinking of the first film with that scene. Okay.
Yeah.
They nailed the style when they went to Metropolis and stuff. Well, yeah, because they want you to just watch fucking Batman on their shit.
Love how they were like, we're gonna make Batman versus LeBron. It's like nobody.
Oh
wants to see
yeah.
that shit. And Sarah Silverman and fucking Glenn from Walking Dead.
She looks like a 68-year-old woman. What happened to her?
Is she like in her 50s? Like
I don't know, man. She got rough.
shit. And I don't know. That's where the budget went. They got Lamar from Grand Theft Auto.
I don't think the budget went to her, but whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
Any final words on this film? I guess everyone in the chat room. Frank is the only guy keeping it going.
Hmm.
Any
Should've
final
had-
words in the chat for this film? Any final words here?
They should have had the Herculoids jump on the court and help LeBron.
The movie killed my childhood.
Killed everyone. It killed everybody's childhood, the last like 40,
Really
50
did.
years of cartoons.
Motherfucker, it
Really
didn't kill
did.
my childhood because you know why? There's only one Space Jam movie.
Yeah.
It didn't leave a legacy at all. I don't know what this movie
Yeah, I
is.
A
don't
new
know.
legacy, my ass.
New legacy of what?
It should have been
An
called
ass legacy.
E3 Jam.
Yeah.
All movies like that were hyped up within the last 2 or 3 years, like they just all been garbage. Even like the Marvel stuff now is like
Oh, are you sexist now, Eli? Because Black Widow came out and you said it was garbage now.
oh, I guess so. It wasn't like fucking, Taskmaster looks like the fucking Phantom Ranger from fucking Power Rangers Turbo. I wasn't mad at that.
Was it Billy Cranston?
It was. The movie served no purpose. If you want to talk about other bad movies, that movie served no purpose because she's dead fucking anyway.
I don't know. Well, it made a lot of money, unlike Space Jam.
Yeah, fucking Space Jam.
Can somebody get the numbers? Hey, Frank, can you get the numbers? In the chat? The numbers as of now. I mean, we're going to get the final number for the weekend tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what it's up to now. I think they were at like 13 million.
Hmm.
They need to make back They need to make back over 150 million to break even.
They should have just made Space Jam 2 with Shaq like 10 years ago.
This movie was just a reboot / HBO Max commercial, says Jesus. Luckily, it's not really canon with the first one. So consider right, it didn't seem like that, but in the film they start to reference the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're even like, oh,
But-
Lola Bunny knows how to play basketball and shit,
Right, and then she said she quit.
Yeah. So it's like,
And they all quit. I'm pretty sure they weren't playing after that first movie.
But then
Yeah.
some of them don't know how to play basketball, so it's like, wait a minute, what happened?
yeah.
It's like they don't they reference the movie as a movie, the first one, because they show it in the movie poster when he's fucking at the meeting. So you're thinking, okay, they showed the movie poster in the movie, so Space Jam
Right.
1 didn't happen. That was just a
Mhm.
film.
Yeah.
But then when you get into the movie, they're acting like they don't know how to play basketball, but then they act like they do. Then they reference the first movie, then they don't reference the first movie, then they do, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on with this movie?
Yeah.
Literally, I think the director, whoever the fuck approved this movie, was just kissing LeBron James' ass.
Yeah.
Or they were just fucking kissing HBO Max's ass and say, hey, listen, we're going to make you this big ass commercial.
Yeah.
It made 13.1 million on Friday, and they said it's looking to hit 32 million by the end of the weekend. So 32 million estimated, a $150 million movie.
Oh, no more Space Jam.
LeBron James got paid more than
Yeah.
that to be in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Even with the nods to the first movie, you can just keep the first one in your memories and be good. Yeah, I think we're gonna just do that.
Yeah,
A new
just
legacy,
remember
my
the first-
ass.
The first movie was perfect because Jordan and the Looney Tunes got like equal, feel. You saw Jordan.
The Looney Tunes
Then
were
went to the
dead ass
Looney
popular
Tunes.
at the time too, because you know what the biggest promotional material was for the first Space Jam? Nobody
Hmm.
knew what the fuck Space Jam was. You know
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Because you went to the Warner Brothers store and they had it playing on the fucking screen, the trailer. And you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? Michael Jordan's gonna be in a Bugs Bunny movie?
Yeah.
And what movie is that? And they never told you. And then you
Yeah.
saw the commercial on TV and you're like, I'm going to see that.
Yeah.
It was perfect. And they were all popular at the time. Jordan, the Looney Tunes, everything. LeBron, I think he's kind of past his peak a little bit,
Yeah.
right? He's still the most popular player right now, but He's not as
He
popular
is,
as he was like 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because he's starting to wrap up.
He's towards his end. I think he's as old as Jordan was when Jordan, came back.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Basketball's
think
different
about
now.
it.
Everything's different now because back in the day, those guys were superstars. I mean, look at the first movie. All the basketball players they grabbed.
Yeah.
And some of them in this movie too. You know, the guy that was on the cover of NBA 2K20,
Yeah.
the brow.
They had some
Even though he
female
had big
NBA
ass fucking
players.
chicken wing arms and shit.
It wasn't him. Like you see him for like a few seconds. Because in the first movie,
Yeah.
Charles Barkley and all of them are like the background plot. Because the Monstars are like taking their abilities and then they're taking their abilities, absorbing it so they can use it against Michael Jordan and
Right.
in the game.
Yeah.
This was just like, oh, he made these characters. Let me freaking steal them, and that was really it. Like,
But what was the point?
there was no
What's
motive.
the
Like,
fucking point of the film? Don Cheadle
Yeah.
is gonna fucking make LeBron James his fucking slave. What, to bring him a sandwich?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What was the end game for this guy getting this other guy to be locked up in the server?
like, isn't he just an AI? Like, what?
Exactly. What the fuck? What was his obsession to begin with this guy?
Yeah.
At the beginning of the movie,
That's
very
why we
beginning of
joked.
the
We said he
movie-
wants his fucking he wants him on the Pornhub servers.
The very
Yeah.
beginning of the movie is just about LeBron. It's about LeBron and his son. LeBron grows up, and then his son, then it shows him raising his son and
Okay,
everything.
but Don Cheadle, what the fuck? Where does that play into anything? And why did LeBron go, hey man, you look like Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably would have went, and then fucking melted. And then they would have been
Right.
back, and the whole fucking movie wouldn't take place. And we'd be
Don
good.
Cheadle was gay for him in this movie.
But like the point is, like the first Space
Hey
Jam
man, watch
movie,
your mouth.
You
were you saying, Eli?
the first Space Jam movie, you saw the villain. The villain was established before anything, even with Michael Jordan. See the villain, you see the aliens, you see him on the planet. Then it goes to Michael Jordan and him as a kid, and he's playing. His dad's talking to him, whatever. Then you already have that plot already established, so you know why the villain's the villain. You know Michael Jordan, and eventually why he's gonna come back or whatever. This movie,
And they
LeBron's
had a
just
great
raising his
opening
son.
chronicling Michael Jordan's fucking career with one of the best songs ever in a film. The best opening in a film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, holy fuck, this guy Jordan is larger than life. And I froze again.
Yeah,
Hang on a
close.
second. I want to thank the beautiful people at Discord. You go fuck yourselves over there at Discord. All right, we're back.
Alright.
But, I mean,
They
that,
didn't even play
that
it.
intro of Space Jam, the original,
Yeah.
if you didn't know
Yeah.
who the fuck Michael Jordan was, that intro fucking solidified you. This guy's a big deal.
Mhm.
You
Right.
got the music playing,
Yeah.
they're showing highlights of his career.
He was
Yeah.
a kid, and saw him.
They showed you highlights of this guy's career in the
championships.
second movie, but they didn't play any fucking cool music. Like,
Yeah.
oh, look how great LeBron is. And then he's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. He was like, I'm taking my talents to Miami Heat, and then like I'm taking my talents to the Lakers. Okay.
Going back home, everybody.
Jesus says, one more point I gotta make. The director Malcolm D. Lee had the Michael Bay syndrome. He does well with his own movies, but not with this. So basically, like what we always say here, Michael Bay makes great original movies.
Right.
But when Michael Bay is handed a franchise, he just fucks it all up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he blames people that bitch about the movies.
Right.
Cardboard LeBron, he was better as a cartoon. No, he wasn't better as a cartoon. Huge fuck you to the
No.
fans. Everyone in the room
Yeah.
was pissed at the Michael Jordan thing. Even with nods to the first film, all right, we already talked about that. Okay.
They literally only got Michael B. Jordan because literally that was the joke. Like, oh,
It was
Michael
a joke,
Jordan's
but
in
it
this movie.
fucks up. Dude, you realize though that people in the theaters are like, "Holy fuck!" They're gonna team Jordan with LeBron because it makes sense. It's Space Jam.
Yeah.
Bill Murray, remember Bill Murray fucking showed up at the end of Space Jam,
Yeah.
and Bill Murray fucking sucks compared to Michael Jordan playing basketball.
Yeah.
But you're like, "Holy fuck!" Bill Murray came back. Okay, you're thinking, okay, Jordan's gonna pull the Bill Murray moment where he shows up at the end.
Yeah.
And he don't show up. So now you got people in the theater pissed off. You got people at home pissed off.
Yeah.
You make Michael Jordan look like a fucking joke.
Yeah.
You fucking take a shit on the first film. It's bad. It's a bad deal, man. Just for a fucking stupid joke. And the fucking worst part was, this guy, Michael B. Jordan, didn't even suit up and play with them.
Yeah.
He should have said, I'm no my he should have been the Bill Murray guy. I don't know shit about basketball, but I'll help you out.
Yeah. Yeah, why didn't he even play at all? That was weird.
Why did he just like? Again, it just goes to prove like all these, for whatever reason, whenever they make sequels to these movies now, the whole point's not to make a sequel. Now it's to make a parody of the fucking thing that was awesome in the fucking past, you know?
Because they want
They did
people
with
like us
Star
to get on
Wars,
the
they
internet
did
and
with
scream about it.
Ghostbusters, they did.
They want
all
people
these
like us to
movies.
scream about it online and say we're virgins. Meanwhile, you're in the military. I own a fucking house. I own a business. And Jeff is Jeff. No, I'm fucking kidding with you. But that's what I'm saying though.
Like my generation, like we're like in the prime of our, like we're not even at the age we're supposed to be when we're saying, oh, this thing back in the day was
the
better
prime of your
than
life.
when.
And I owe it all to you.
You know, like we're not even at the age where we should be nostalgic about certain things. Like we're like, oh, this thing back then was so
I can
great.
drop that any
We're
day.
still fucking.
I'm just happy to. What now? Ghostbusters 3. What's that gonna do, right? That looks like a great fucking film. But are they gonna fucking have Marshmallow Man rip a fucking fart and blow up? And fucking Dan Aykroyd's like, oh shit, it's raining marshmallows. The fucking movie ends.
Like the 80s and 90s is what we should be like nostalgic about, you know?
Right.
All that stuff, Ghostbusters and all that, everything that came out then.
Look
like,
at
that's
Spider-Man, the new one. They ran out of fucking ideas. They're bringing all the fucking villains back from the original Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. They're doing the Spider-Verse thing again. Another fucking.
And they're lying to people. They're like, we're not doing that. Well, then what's this guy? What's this guy's name again? Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
The Holland
Tom
Tunnel?
Holland, yeah.
They're like, yo, what's this guy doing in the movie? We can't tell you. Hey, we see fucking Tobey Maguire next to him over there. Nah, don't worry about that.
Should literally
what's this other guy doing here? Nah, don't worry about that.
Should bring all the fucking Spider-Man back. They should bring the guy back from the 70s. They should bring the guy from the cartoons.
Nah, don't worry about him.
I don't.
So where does
always...
can I ask you really quick? Where does Tom Holland's Spider-Man go after this? Do they just it all implode at the end of that movie, and then there's another Spider-Man?
I don't know. Because they're taking, you see, they're doing the Spider-Verse thing from the comics. The Spider-Verse thing is kind of new. Like it's only been like they did the storyline like 4 years ago when the whole thing was, you know.
Right.
There's so many other storylines they haven't done yet. They haven't done Sinister Six. They haven't done, you know, the Craven storyline. They haven't done. They didn't do the Venom storyline, and he just as Venom's doing his own thing. You know, they haven't. There's so much Spider-Man they haven't done. You know, the Green Goblin thing was done after one movie, and that was it. You know, when the Green Goblin thing was over time. You know,
Jesus says for space going back to Space Jam, they could have repeated stealing the talent from the players' dynamic with guys like Stephen Curry, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kyle Irving. Cam is here. Yeah, man, you got to rewind. You got to rewind or watch it when it's over.
Yeah.
When we get from the beginning and we rip it apart. But
I think too, like basketball kind of suffers, you know, from when like
it's not
guys were larger than life. Even though, like, if you watch basketball and you see some of these guys talk to the interviewers or anything, like they talk like they're playing high school basketball. Like they talk, like, you know, you know,
half of them can't fucking read because they're pulled out of fucking high school.
You know, we did a good job today. You know, I'm really proud of my team. I did a great job. You know, everybody, you know, we did our thing and everything out there. You know, it wasn't like Michael Jordan or anybody else back in the day where they were like, you know, they bought some
Jordan was actually
character.
educated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He knew how to give you an interview. That's why.
right.
He didn't go out there, like, oh man, we're going to a bar after this. You gonna come with us?
I'm going to a bar after this.
Like everybody back, like again, like you were saying, even in wrestling, you know, guys back then they were characters. You know, they had their
Yeah.
personalities.
Fuck wrestling. Stop talking about that Vince McMahon
But
bullshit.
everybody now
Turn
is
that
like,
WWF upside down and add the fucking line for the E and get out of here.
it's just like, but you know, it's the example I'm giving because it's the same thing with basketball now. There's not really like superstars. It's just like they're players and they're big players and they're good players.
Yes,
And that's
in the
really it.
90s, basketball was popular and those guys were superstars. All those guys, the Monstars, they were all fucking megastars in basketball. at
Yeah,
the time.
everybody knew who they were.
Everybody
Yeah.
knew who the fuck they were. And I didn't watch
Mhm.
basketball, and I knew who the fuck they were. Charles Oakley owned a fucking car wash in Yonkers.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone knew Barkley because Barkley was always strangling his fucking coach and beating the fuck out of his coaches. He was always getting suspended because he was beating the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah.
If he did that today, he'd be thrown in fucking jail. And then they'd hashtag fucking cancel
Right.
Barkley.
They made the joke in this original movie too.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Jordan on Oprah?
I don't think so.
Back in the
Was he on
90s,
Oprah?
Michael Jordan was on Oprah. And Charles Barkley came out as like a surprise. And, you know, Barkley was roasting fucking Jordan to the point where Jordan was like, I'm going to fucking beat you up after this shit. After this interview's over, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. He goes, you see, he's lying because he's not saying nothing and he's got his mouth a certain way. And Jordan gives him like the look of death on that interview. I don't know if that's up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Definitely fucking watch that. That is fucking some funny shit right there. He makes Jordan look pretty bad.
Wow.
And Jordan
That's
has that
crazy.
look like once the shit's over.
Oh, man.
Like, once this is over.
ECW should did Jordan versus Barkley.
Oh, man.
Yeah, how is Paulie gonna pay those guys?
In WCW, I know Paul.
Couldn't even pay his own guys.
I thought you said ECW.
No, it's WCW.
Oh, that'd be
Turner brings them in.
Yeah, because Paul, if he fucking ran out on Jordan, if he ran out on Barkley would fucking strangle him.
Barkley would no sell everything. He just beat the shit out of everybody.
Barkley, yeah, he was a bad boy in fucking basketball, man.
Yeah.
He cursed you out, he strangled you, he did whatever, and he didn't get in trouble. How do you do that? Forget it. You're gonna go to jail and shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna get sued. Ridiculous. But
Yeah, man.
those guys were
It's-
megastars back then.
Yeah.
And, you know, the guys today that they had in the movie, they're popular for sure, but they're not on that level.
Yeah.
LeBron again. He's like the last guy. You know,
LeBron's Randy Orton. They're literally the same person.
Yeah.
They should do Step Brothers the reboot with LeBron and Randy Orton. Like I said earlier in the show.
I watch it out of curiosity.
You'd walk out of the theater because they were like, hey, ow, I stepped in dog shit. Remember that movie? The Step Brothers, they've had to look like white dog shit or something.
Yeah, because like these kids actually make him do it. It's like-
I joked and said that was the life story of Undertaker and Kane.
Taker and Kane.
Did they burn the houses down in the end?
Probably. But any comments in the chat? Questions? Anything else you guys forgot? Because I know a couple of you guys have been posting stuff that you've been forgetting. We've been
I
touching
know
on
I
that.
forgot. I literally saw it this morning, and
I want to
forgot.
forget this film.
Yeah.
Yo, this is one of those movies where usually when I watch a movie, I'll go back and watch it again.
Right.
But I watched this movie, I was like, if
Yeah.
this shit was on cable or whatever, was randomly on somewhere, I wouldn't even pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's a shame because I actually really wanted to enjoy it last night, and I didn't. They're just like,
I heard your dad posted on Facebook that you were screaming and yelling. You had to call the cops on you. Was that true?
yes.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I was like, they ruined Space Jam. Oh.
He's destroying his room.
I heard all his fucking neighbors
turned
were
into the
outside the
Hulky
house
Jeff.
calling the cops because I heard this guy screaming and yelling on Woodcut Lane over there.
Disturbing the peace.
A nightmare on Woodcut Lane. Eli, seriously, what did you think when this shit ended? When that movie ended, what did you think?
I was like, oh, I can go about the rest of my day. Like that, like that's it. Like there was nothing to the ending. There was no point to the end. There was no point the whole movie. You know,
I fell
And
asleep.
It's like, well, I guess Bugs Bunny's fucking alive. And, okay, well,
He literally dies.
Yeah, he dies in the movie.
His soul goes to heaven. And then he's magically back, and like Frank said, he just no-sells the whole fucking movie.
Right.
Yeah, he can't
Yeah.
kill a cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't the whole fucking point of the movie. You said that if the guy won, you would all be deleted off the server. He glitched out, and he was deleted off the server.
Yeah.
Now he's back.
it would have been better ending. Like if he would come back, if it was like, oh, he can't die because
They did
He's-
the Superman Returns
people-
fucking ending.
people will always remember Bugs Bunny and will always be nostalgic about the
Blood
Looney Tunes
Bunny.
and stuff.
Is that your fucking wrestling name? Blood Bunny?
Blood Bunny.
Blood Bunny.
Yeah, yes, seriously.
What's up, Doc? I will make you bleed.
Yeah.
Chewing a thumbtack instead of a fucking
Oh,
carrot.
man.
So, that's
Blood Bunny.
Blood
oh god. That's Allie's fucking ring name. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you guys like 5 minutes and then we're gonna wrap up. I just figured since we're all here, if anybody's got
Yeah.
anything to say, we'll give you guys some time. If not, we'll jump off. But yeah, definitely not the Space Jam that I thought I was gonna be witnessing here.
Yeah.
The Animaniacs finally got in the movie, so there you go.
Animaniacs should have been on the fucking team.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're not Looney Tunes.
It's okay. They were in Tiny Toons, I guess. I mean, that counts, right?
No, because the Tiny Toons don't even count.
Right.
Even though they are Looney Tunes, they do not count as fucking Looney Tunes. They're bringing that show back, by the way.
Tiny Toons?
Yeah.
Were...
What happened to my camera? Hey, what happened here?
Yeah, went off. That was
What's
weird.
going on here? Yo,
I didn't switch my. Don't switch, you fucking loser.
Yeah, I don't know why it's weird.
Oh, my camera's like dead. Oh, wait, well,
Switching
here it
like
is.
all the way around.
Here it is.
Okay, here we go.
Yo, a big fuck you to AMD.
Yeah.
And a big fuck you to Discord. And fuck Windows 11. This guy's drinking beer on the show because he can't believe it. He can't believe how bad Space Jam was. He's got to start
Yeah.
drinking beer.
Yeah, it was horrible.
They're gonna call the cops in another 2 hours. I seriously wanted to rip the fucking TV off the wall. I was so mad.
Wow.
I was like, "Are you kidding me? I waited almost 30 years for this, and this is what you showed me."
Yeah.
And then you couldn't get acting lessons for this guy, and the excuse is, "Well, he's not an actor." Well, then why the fuck is he in a movie?
Yeah.
Well, he's LeBron James. I don't give a fuck who he is. Take some fucking acting lessons, please.
Takes like a week. They're like week-long courses to teach you how to be an actor. Like it doesn't take that
The
long.
guy's got the money for it,
Yeah.
He would have given it to him for free.
and if he took acting lessons, I will give him credit, but I will tell him he got ripped off.
Yeah.
If I fell down a fucking wormhole, like I told you, I'm screaming like Homer Simpson, and I'm not stopping.
Yeah. What's going on?
That's why the Homer scream is so funny. He's screaming for his fucking life, and it's hilarious.
And like we said, Michael Jordan was screaming like crazy in the first move.
Dude, he was screaming like he was being stabbed.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan deserves a fucking Oscar compared to this shit.
Yeah.
And again, I have nothing against LeBron James. I don't care. It's not a big deal. I don't
Yeah.
watch sports. I'm
Right.
not one of these people that gets mad at him for fucking switching teams. Good for him. He's making money.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man. Let's go here. Put your face on it. It's a movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
They should have, in my opinion, you should have made Space Jam 2 in like 98, 99. And put
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal as the guy.
Yeah.
Could have done it in like 2003 and still put fucking Shaq in there.
Nah, Shaq was super popular in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Should have put him in 98, 99. Did Space
Yeah.
Jam 2 with Shaquille O'Neal. Would
Yeah.
have been good. Would have been really good. That would have been a better sequel than this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaq could have did the rap battle with Porky Pig and everything.
What's
That's
up, Doc?
true.
Can you rock? He was already part of the crew.
Yeah.
He had
Come
like
on,
3
man.
albums. Come on.
What
Yeah.
the fucking
Rapped with-
song? The most popular song he ever fucking sang was the Bugs Bunny song.
He rapped with
Yeah.
Biggie. He did everything.
Yeah.
Ah, man, they should have jumped on it back
I
then.
don't know.
He was Superman. Well, he wasn't. He was Steel, but he.
He's part of the crew. He's part of the WB crew.
Zam.
They could have done it.
I don't know, man.
Oh man.
Well,
Just think.
what?
Just thinking about what if they just did that movie.
What if they did
With
the
Shaq.
Shaq movie?
Would have did the whole soundtrack too. He would have had like all these guys do the fucking soundtrack. He would have got all the good fucking rappers and R&B artists.
Yeah.
It would have been a great fucking soundtrack.
It would have been another smash hit for music wise and for movie wise if they had Shaq.
Like Shaq knows where to find people. Like he probably would have taken over the whole production too and everything. He would have been like, "Yo, get these guys, get these people to do the soundtrack. I
Right.
want these players in it."
Here's the thing with Shaq too. You say, "Oh, how you doing?" But when it's time to fucking put his face on for movies, he's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's ready to go. So I don't know. Yeah, you should have done this with Shaq
Yeah.
back in the day. And then if you want to do it with LeBron, this should have been the third film.
Right.
And it was still gonna suck anyway, but you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
There we go. New legacy, whatever. Maybe when we're all dead in 30 years, they'll do it again, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they'll fucking make a good one. I was fucking merging the words by accident.
And
Making and fucking and facking. That's where I got it from. Maybe they'll make another better movie in 30 years, and I'll be dead, and you guys will be old fucking people, and that'll be that. And you can enjoy for me. Just like we'll all be dead when that 2099 MCU comes
Yeah.
out in 2099.
yeah, nobody will be around for them.
Good luck to those people.
I would have loved to even if they had just did like a segment with like the other players, like they're on Sports Center and Charles Barkley is there and everybody and they're fighting with each other about the game.
That's what I think. Charles Barkley should have fucking strangled Don Cheadle in this movie. Hey, you're gonna mess with LeBron like that? You're gonna mess with this kid? Yeah. Stop! I'll send everybody
Please
back
stop.
down. Movie's
That's
over.
option
You
end.
don't even need the fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. That would have been the best ending in that movie.
Strangles him to death.
I'll give this kid back, guy. Oh my god.
I gotta find the highlight reel of Charles Barkley like fighting with his
Yo,
coaches and
and
everything.
by the way, they made a Bobby Knight reference.
Yeah.
They had him fucking Don Cheadle dressed like Coach Bobby Knight, the guy that strangled fucking teenagers.
Yeah. Kids don't remember.
Yeah, why would they put that? That guy was fired for that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You put a reference to that guy in the movie?
Yeah,
That
that's
guy
where
used to,
that's
like,
where you
move
have Charles
chairs.
Barkley come out and fucking strangle him, you know?
Yeah.
Yo, they should have a strangle match. Fucking Barkley versus his
Strangle
name?
match.
Bobby
Should have
Knight.
been like, guys, we couldn't get
Yeah.
Jordan.
Barkley versus Knight.
Should have been like, guys, we couldn't get Jordan, but we found this guy in the fucking hallway, and then Charles Barkley comes out instead. At least it's some connection to the fucking first movie, you know?
Yeah.
And Charles Barkley fucking like clothesline Don Cheadle or something. Like,
They had this guy dressed as Bobby Knight, and then he threw the fucking red chair like Bobby Knight. Because
Yeah.
Bobby Knight threw the chair at the kid.
Yeah.
This guy was abusing kids, and they put him in a fucking family movie?
Yeah, that's crazy.
When next time when you read this movie was made for kids, why'd they put Bobby Knight fucking throwing chairs in that movie?
Yeah.
That guy used to strangle kids.
My God.
Yeah, why was that in the movie? I'm just remembering that now. Because when it happened in
Yeah.
the movie, I told my wife, I was like, that's a Bobby Knight reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when
Why
I
the
saw
fuck
that,
would they do that?
Yeah.
when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he was abusing children. Why is this being presented in this
He was
movie?
strangling fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
Throwing chairs at him, breaking their legs and shit. This guy was nuts. Oh yeah, let's put him in a kids movie.
Yeah.
All right, that's what you got to do, I guess.
Oh my god!
Man, what the fuck? Are they watching Space Jam?
Yeah, probably.
That was probably them at the Michael Jordan part. We might as well wait a few minutes for taps to play for Space Jam
Yeah.
2.
Oh man, dude, we got like fucking 10 more
We
minutes.
got 10 more minutes, so let's just trash
Not
our-
even like 12 more minutes.
It'll go by
Oh.
quick.
Oh man.
10 more minutes and we can have taps for Space Jam and then we can end the show. Any more questions or theories, comments? Jeff, you might want to fix your camera. You're blurry. Just put something in front of the camera and try to focus it. Don't move it. Pick up a cup and be like, yo. Pick up that
Yeah,
beer
let's
that you
see.
have. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
You got it now.
All right.
By the way, rest in peace, Biz Marquee.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he passed away the other day.
Yeah.
We heard that.
Diabetes. man.
I heard that he was sick with the fucking virus.
Apparently the official thing was that it was complicated because he had diabetes, so
Oh,
that was like the complications from that and everything.
So Space Jam 2 was trashed as The Alchemist. Laugh my fucking ass off. Yes, it was.
Unfortunately,
You might have to watch this on the I don't know, the archive.
Yeah. Yeah, stick to the game. Like, the game is better than the movie.
The game is better than the movie. The game is free on Xbox Live right now. And yeah, stick to
Yeah.
that.
maybe the rest of the plot is in that game.
Yeah.
The game
Which I
wasn't that
hate.
bad. The game was good.
Yeah. There really was no plot in the movie.
Which is weird too, that the game is a fucking beat 'em up
Yeah.
and you use the fucking basketball and shit. It's like whatever, man.
It was good.
cool.
I mean, hey,
It
Yeah, it
was
was cool.
weird. It was weird that they did that, but yes.
Yeah, it's weird that you actually don't play basketball in that, but it is what it.
Alchemist says he's been listening. He's just been messing around. That's good. Frank, at least we got the game and the controllers. Yes, that's the only good thing about this
Right.
whole situation with
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Merch is dope. I mean, hey,
And the merch
I
is
like the
good,
Toon
but-
Squad jerseys. They're good.
Yeah.
they'll probably make all the money back from the movie on the merch alone. I mean, people are
Yeah.
probably, they're still gonna buy the merch.
There's a
and
buddy,
everything.
Ryan Respect. He's back.
Back. He's returned.
Our heroes have returned. Well, we got 9 more minutes till taps for Space Jam 2. We will have a moment of silence for Space Jam 2.
Actually, is it?
In 9
is it
more
gonna
minutes.
play? It usually doesn't play on Saturdays, so I don't know if it's gonna play.
Well, if it doesn't play, then we'll fucking have I don't know what you'll do. Make another noise.
the DDP.
Scream like LeBron James.
At least we got the game and the controllers.
Okay. Still haven't bought one yet,
Yeah, it was
but
good.
I don't even have an Xbox to use the controller. But
Microsoft is giving away a Space Jam themed Series S console. If you retweet
that's
one of their
cool.
fucking things that you got to sign up for, I'm like, fuck that shit. Just get like a vinyl sticker of Bugs Bunny and stick it on your Series S, and you got
Yeah.
the console they're giving away. By the way, these came today, even though I ordered like 10 of them because I got paranoid
Nice.
that we're gonna have these in stock. And there you go.
nice.
Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your chance to shake your ass at the Space Jam. All right. I don't know, man. Is Meltzer gonna fucking review Space Jam?
-5 stars.
Tony Khan's on it. -5 stars.
-5 stars.
If Kenny Omega was in it, he'd fucking review it. Oh my god, it was 10 out of 10. Omega should have. He's wearing a Tokyo Dome belt.
So good.
Kenny Omega.
And they at the Toon Squad played at the Tokyo Dome. 5 stars.
Yeah.
Is it even worth watching? Says Riot.
Watch it.
Yeah, watch it and you let us know what you think.
Yeah.
I can't tell you not to watch it because it's subjective. My opinion is subjective.
Yeah.
What we're saying now is what we think of the movie. Our opinions of the film.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to tell people not to play something or not to watch a movie or whatever. I'm not even going to tell people what not to buy.
Right.
You got to do what you got to do, brother.
Yeah.
If you're interested, watch the movie. A shit movie's a shit movie, says Ryan. Respect. You got to do what you got to do, bud.
Yeah.
So you gotta, I just take a look at it, man. I mean, if it is shit, you gotta see it for yourself. Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah. I really
I
want to
almost
like
just
it.
didn't.
but-
Yeah, like I almost just didn't watch it. Like I was just gonna be like, eh. but
I
then
looked
was
up
like, I
on
need to watch
YouTube,
it.
like Space Jam review.
Yeah.
And this thing that comes up, this guy reviewed it and said, "Ooh, Lolo Buddy is why men look bad in movies." And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these stupid people?
All these guys
I'm
are
looking for a
exposing
review
themselves.
of if you like it or not, not if this thing is fucking political. On it. Go fuck yourself.
Wow.
These guys were spanking it.
These
to
people,
fucking
these
bunnies,
people on the
man.
internet sometimes are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's because they
It's
put too
stupid.
many women in the movie. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I don't think you want to know the real reason why people are mad about her, but I think we all know.
Yeah.
I know they changed the voice actress.
Yeah.
Why would it be better watching it? And maybe you'll actually enjoy it intoxicated. Who the fuck knows?
You never know.
We got 5 minutes before it's lights out for Space Jam.
Yep.
Is it gonna play? Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe Don Cheadle will hack into the server verse and play the fucking song.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle.
Why was he even the villain?
Yeah, that was
They
weird.
ran out of people.
Why didn't they just have one of the fucking Warner Brothers characters the villain?
Yeah,
Yeah, why couldn't
Oh.
Chicken Boo be the villain again?
it was weird.
Who?
Chicken Boo. For fucking
Oh, fuck him.
Animaniacs.
Fuck him. It's the worst fucking character ever.
Oh, come on. I love Chicken Boo.
He murdered all the fucking other characters.
Oh man.
Oh, man. That is so weird. Yeah, you gotta watch it intoxicated. That's what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think I'd be making this video. I'll be dead honest with you. I thought I was gonna watch it Friday, enjoy it, and move on with life. And then I'm watching that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck am I watching?" And
Yeah.
then we were all in the chat room, and there you go. And I wasn't
Yeah.
the only one. It was all four of us, if you include Jesus.
Mhm.
Bad.
And I was going into it actually giving it a chance to see. I was like, maybe LeBron won't be that bad, and then it's like, what happened?
I wasn't going into this negative at all. I was like, all right, I know
Yeah.
people are not going to be happy with LeBron James because of his rep, I guess, but I don't care. I
Yeah,
don't have one stake in it or not as far as a basketball fan.
yeah,
Let's see what he's got. It wasn't even all him.
yeah.
It's not his fault.
No.
It's whoever put
It's
this
probably the
fucking movie
direction.
together.
Yeah.
And they, instead of kissing the guy's ass, they should say, you know what,
Yeah.
man, you really got to get some lessons. You know, we'll get you lessons, you know, every couple of days or whatever the
Right.
fuck. But,
Yeah,
dude, Michael Jordan deserves a fucking Emmy. An
yeah,
Oscar, an Emmy. He should win fucking Sexiest Man of the Year this year.
yeah.
Just because of Space Jam.
Oh, gonna happen.
It's going to happen in a minute, 2 minutes.
Hmm.
We could say goodbye to Space Jam 2 forever. A new legacy.
Yeah.
Another one bites the dust.
A new legacy begins after this fucking review.
Yeah.
Let me check the clock out and see the seconds. What? It's about to be 11:59 right now.
Oh,
My hit
Oh,
when I hear it.
got a couple of seconds. In 50 seconds. Maybe less, I don't know. Once Taps hits, we can wrap up the Space Jam, a new legacy review, and be done with it. LaFlop James. That's what Riot wrote in the chat.
Flop.
I'm not putting it all on him.
No.
I mean, I really don't want to watch it based on what I've heard, but I'm definitely interested. Yeah, check it out, man.
So,
Here we go. Rest in peace, Space Jam, a new legacy.
Yep.
I guess I'm not playing it. Well, just like Space, it doesn't deserve it. Even they know. They're like, yeah, you know what? We're not playing that shit for Space Jam. They didn't deserve it. Well, I want to thank you
Space Jam.
guys for coming on here and talking about
Yep.
reviewing Space Jam. Let's just get the reviews out of the way one last time. Negative 1 million stars out of negative 1 million stars.
no, that would mean, but I don't know. Negative 1 million out of like 3. I don't know.
yeah, negative 1 million.
Alrighty. So everybody, please stay safe out there. Take care. Want to thank everybody in the chat room. Want to thank Jesus. Frank was here. Camo was here. The Alchemist was here. Ryan Respect was here. Carlos Cruz was here. DJ was here. We had some new people in here. Abbo was in here. So yes, we'll see you all next time. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Be good.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.
And peace out.
E3 is dead.
Fuck you.